So, it's that time of the month again. No, not that time. I know this joke is getting old. But November ended, and so with December being right at the door, I think it's time to get cozy. And therefore, it's time for my 5 favorite live action movies. I try to stay away from listing like Marvel stuff or any other Disney thing because I think that's something for tier lists. I already did one tier list, so check that out. And I will also have 5 favorite animated movies prepared, so the link should be also up there in the corner. So grab your favorite or one of your favorite sweatshirts, your favorite plushie, and get cozy for the movies. So this list, again, as always, is in no particular order. My excitement on how I talk about the movies might tell you which I like more and which I like a little less, but those are 5 favorites, so let's get right into the list. But before we do, feel free to follow me on my social media on Instagram and Twitter at CommanderNici, just like my channel name. And now let's get really into the list. So first of all, Pacific Rim, like, it's amazing. I love it. The fighting with the giant monsters, the kaiju, and the robots, and the drift compatibility is such a cool concept. I like the action and the world building. It's really cool to see everyone working together, and the characters are cool. And it's also a movie by Guillermo del Toro, and if you've seen my video about The Shape of Water, you know that I really love what this guy does. Everything he touches is amazing. I still need to try to find other movies of his to check out, but yes, Pacific Rim is amazing. Next up, I have The Last Witch Hunter, and I think it's such a brilliant movie. I like the concept of the curse of like eternal life and stuff, but like not being like kind of vampire stuff, and that this guy uses his curse to hunt all kind of evil beings and witches and stuff. And it's a great story. I really enjoy watching it. Rose Leslie is in it, and it's amazing. Her role is really cool. Vin Diesel is great in this movie. I enjoy it so much. If you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. It's really cool. It's action packed, and maybe even if you enjoy The Witcher, it could possibly be up your alley. Next up, I'm a little bit cheating on this one because it's It Part 1 and 2. Simply just because I can't really see them as two single movies. Like, they belong together with all the timeline stuff that it's happening and the time jumps, and also the way it was produced with the actors being specifically cast to really look like the child actors. And there's some great stuff out about the It movies by Dead Meat, great channel by the way if you love horror movies or stuff like that in general. Also Cinema Therapy did a great video on it. Definitely check that out. It's really cool. I enjoyed it so much. I'm normally not a huge fan of horror. I mean, I am, but the jump scares are like a bit of my problem, and I'm working on that because with my dislike of jump scares, it really just comes down to bad experiences I had with people. And yeah, so It 1 and 2, definitely great. I one day wanted to go and do like a marathon and watch them back to back because I think that could be really cool. And yeah, so up to the next movie, The Martian. And this movie is so cool. Not only is it like sci-fi, and you know that I really like sci-fi stuff, it's also like really cool and shows like the pure survival stuff that is in human nature. Like, this guy gets kind of forgotten up on Mars and then, like, you know, left behind, and instead of like giving up and probably just going like, yo, I'm just gonna go in the vacuum of space and kill myself. No, what does he do? He uses his shit to take care of potatoes and grow potatoes on Mars, and tries to survive and tries to get back, and it's really great. And there are also like great jokes in this movie. It's really cool and I enjoy it a lot. I definitely want to rewatch it sometime. Maybe this list I'm making right here is also a list of movies I should definitely rewatch. Same goes for you. Watch that stuff if you haven't already. Rewatch it if you feel up to. And last but not least, Jurassic Park. One of my favorite movies, as the list should tell you. I've always been like a dinosaur kid. I still am, and I just really like the idea of, even though Jurassic Park shows that it's probably a bad idea, but I really like the idea of, like, imagine going into a park and seeing real life dinosaurs. It's so cool, and with the fact that most of the dinosaurs are actually just animatronics, it still works, and that it's not just CGI. There's some CGI, but not a lot, and I think that's part of the reason why Jurassic Park still holds up and still looks so amazing. It's because it's animatronics and it's so cool. And gosh, that soundtrack, John Williams is such a brilliant man. Wow. So yeah, those are my 5 favorite live action movies, even though nowadays with some movies the live action is kind of questionable with all the CGI going on, but there are still real life humans in there. So there you have it, live action. So yeah, if you enjoyed this list, leave a like, or if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Comment down below, what are your favorite live action movies? Do you maybe have some recommendations based on what I listed? Have you seen any of those movies I mentioned? I mean, I guess you have, because they are like not really niche or anything, but yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to follow me on my social media on Instagram and Twitter at CommanderNici, just like my channel name. And until I figure out what I can upload next, watch my stuff. Bye.